Hello, Stravani. I'm Vardhan here, trainer.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, hi. Okay, shall we start now?
Yes.
Okay. So in this demonstration session, I want to explain what is web UI technologies and why we have to go for that. See, in the real websites, there are two types of programming: client-side programming and second one, server-side programming. You take any website today, Google, Facebook, YouTube, or any other website. Every website contains two types of code, client-side code, server-side code. The client-side programs are written with the help of client-side programming languages. The client-side programming languages today, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. These are the client-side programming languages which are used to create the user interface. In additionally, in real time, the companies are using many other JavaScript frameworks. What are the JavaScript frameworks? There are so many: AngularJS, jQuery, Bootstrap, Less, Node.js, this type of things. So all these are totally client side, meant for the user interface development, applying the styles, creating the functionality, doing the validations, creating menus, creating slideshows, creating grids, creating different types of UI elements. And also we can write server-side programs with the help of server-side technologies. What are the server-side technologies? .NET, Java, PHP are the most popular server-side technologies. So we have to create the user interface with the help of client-side technologies, and we have to create the server-side programs with the help of server-side technologies. Hello, Shalini, can you mute your mic, please?
Sorry?
Can you mute your mic?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, Vipin Yadav. Just now only the session started, and I'm explaining about two types of technologies are there: client-side technologies and the server-side technologies. Okay. Yadav, are you there?
Where I am hearing.
Yeah. Okay. So our course Web UI Technologies will cover the 100% of client side. So starting from the basics, from the beginning to 100%, we will cover the complete client side technologies. So we will learn different types of technologies for us. That is, first we'll start with the HTML. And actually HTML has two versions, right? HTML4 and HTML5. So we'll cover both. First, we'll cover HTML4. Then XHTML, Then CSS. Even CSS also has two versions, CSS2 and CSS3. So both will cover. First CSS2, then static web design, responsive web design, then JavaScript, then HTML5, CSS3. So this is some first part. Second part contains AngularJS, jQuery, AJAX, Bootstrap, Node.js, less. Also jQuery mobile. Last and final jQuery UI or plugins. So these are the list of 16 topics what we cover in our course. And here this JavaScript is inclusive of JSON and object-oriented programming. So these are the 16 concepts. Okay, and we'll teach all these things in a clear-cut manner in a real-time oriented way. And I will each and every topic I will explain how to use it and where we have to use it in real time. So I will give some exercises if you want. So if you have any doubts while doing exercises, and you will get back to me. And suppose today you have practiced something, today you have some doubts. Okay, so tomorrow you can ask me doubts. Then in this course we are not including Angular 2. Angular 2 available separately, a separate course. So we'll cover only AngularJS 1 in this course. Okay, and daily timings will be 6 to 7 IST. We're ready for now. Bangalore, okay. Yadav, you are from?
From Bangalore.
Okay, okay, right. And you are searching for jobs or already doing job?
I'm searching for it.
Okay. Fees details you can contact Durgasoft office, please. And course duration will be, just a minute. Yeah, duration will be around 50 days. 50, 55 days, depends on. Okay. Any other doubts you have from your side? Saturday we will have class, but not on Sunday. Saturdays also sometimes class may not be there. I'll inform you prior. Yeah. So any other questions from anyone? Okay, right. So now listen, today I will give just a brief introduction to all these technologies. Okay, just I will explain what is what. Actually, to understand all these 16 topics, the ultimate foundation is HTML4. Actually, unfortunately, many people don't give good importance to HTML4, but that is wrong. HTML4 is the most important. Based on the confidence of HTML4 only, the all remaining concepts we can understand better, and all that confidence and knowledge it reflects in other technologies. So HTML is a hypertext markup language which is used to create elements in the web page. Elements are nothing but what? Tags. So in the web page I want to create a heading, paragraph, table, form. Okay, I want to create a text box, button, checkbox, radio button, drop down list. The elements can be created with the help of HTML. HTML4 purpose is creating elements in the web page. Then what is XHTML? XHTML is same HTML tags. Additionally, in real time, we have to follow some rules to maintain good quality in the code. So XHTML is equal to same HTML plus we have to follow the real-time rules to maintain the code standards. For example, HTML tags are case sensitive. In XHTML, there is a rule. Actually, HTML is not case sensitive, but XHTML tags are case sensitive. And all the parent tags should be closure compulsory. XML NS attribute is compulsory. This type of rules are there to maintain the code standards and reusability, and to maintain good qualified code in the program. And CSS we have CSS, cascading style sheet. It is used to create functionality in the web. Sorry, it is used to apply styles to the elements. So styles means background colors, background images, margins, paddings, alignments, position, layout. So all these things. Next, static web design means we learn how do we divide the web page into different parts, like header part, navigation bar, left side bar, page content, right side bar. Okay, footer. We can divide the web page into various parts with the help of static web design. For example, see this. You take Facebook page. So this is one part. This is another part. This is another part. Like that we can divide into many parts. So how do we divide into many parts? How do we manage them? How do we align them? How do we specify the gap between element to element? All these things we can learn with the help of static web design. And responsive web design means what? When we resize the browser, or when we change the resolution, automatically the web page content should be fit for the resolution. If it is a low resolution or high resolution, automatically the content should be fit. Today, the websites can be opened in different types of devices having different resolutions, lowest to highest. So, in all types of devices, including mobiles, tablets, and PCs, and higher-end devices, everywhere the particular web page should work perfectly. So that is the meaning of responsive web design. That is the goal of responsive web design. Okay, the web page automatically fit for any resolution. And the JavaScript is meant for creating functionality. JavaScript is meant for creating functionality in the web page. So what is the meaning of functionality? Depending on the input, output should come. For example, in Google, when we give input HTML, it is showing some matching names. So this is functionality. We are giving input, we are getting output. So there should be a program which will receive the input, do the process, and provide the response. So such program is JavaScript. See here also, when we click on settings, it is showing settings menu. When I click on tools, it is showing some tools menu. All these are nothing but what? Functionality. And HTML5 contains latest web standards. HTML5 was released in 2014 to meet up the latest client requirements and program requirements. HTML5 contains many new features like drag and drop, placeholder, pattern, data list, offline applications. Like this, we have many other numerous features. So it means that same HTML4 tags we have to use as it is. Additionally, we have the new tags and new features. It doesn't mean that you have to stop using HTML4. Same HTML4 tags as it is carry forward. Additional new features also added. So we can use all of them. And CSS3 also almost the same thing. CSS3 means we can use all the CSS2 plus also we can use the CSS3 new features like box shadow, transitions, transformations, animations, etc. And now one of the most important highlight of this particular course is AngularJS. We'll cover in depth of AngularJS. And this AngularJS is meant for single page application development. What is meant by single page application development? See, for example, you take Facebook. Is it a single page application? No, because most of the hyperlinks in Facebook will navigate to another page. For example, I logged in my Facebook page. I click on some other friend's page. So I will be going to another web page. So that is not an example of single page application. Then what is meant by single page application? The best example is Gmail. See, once a Gmail loads, each and every button, each and every hyperlink, each and every option works within the same web page. The complete website is in a single web page. That is single page application. So you may click on inbox, you may click on reply, forward, compose, send, a lot of options. Everything works in the same page. That is single page application. So nowadays there is a huge demand for single page application. So to create the single page application, AngularJS is meant for. exactly to say in single page application data bindings required, and data bindings are possible with the help of AngularJS only, not possible with the regular JavaScript. So 60% of websites today, real projects today require AngularJS. And after AngularJS, the second importance goes to jQuery. So jQuery is a shortcut version of JavaScript. The actual problem in JavaScript is that JavaScript is meant for creating functionality, that's good, but to solve the real-time requirements, if it is regular JavaScript, we have to write lengthy amount of code. For example, I want to create a menu. I want to create some validations. Like this, I will be doing some regular website tasks. So all these tasks are require lengthy amount of JavaScript code. To make the code shortcut, we can prefer jQuery. So jQuery is a collection of reusable, ready-made functions in JavaScript. jQuery developed in JavaScript language, but it is a set of ready-made functions in JavaScript. So that's why the people call jQuery as a library. Library means ready-made functions. And in AJAX we'll learn about how to send request to server and get response from server in background. In background means without refreshing the page, in background internally the browser can send request to server and can get response from server, but user doesn't feel that it is sending a request and getting the response. Internally invisibility happens. That is AJAX. And the Bootstrap is ready-made and reusable CSS classes. Think of some company, for example, all of us working in a company, and we want to style up a website as soon as possible. We don't have that much time. We want to create the website as soon as possible. Quickly, you want to apply the CSS styles. The problem is, if you are writing the CSS code manually, it would take too lot of time. But alternatively, you can go for Bootstrap, where you can find ready-made CSS classes, and we can make use of them. So with less effort, within less time, we can apply the CSS styles more professionally, more attractively. Actually, to be frank, if you have any sufficient time, better you prefer writing own CSS code only. But if you don't have that much time, if you're very urged to apply the styles, then only prefer Bootstrap. And one point in AngularJS I forgot is that AngularJS follows MVC architecture. But in Node.js, here also single page application development is the goal, but the difference is Node.js follow MVVM architecture. MVC means model view controller, MVVM is model view view model. Model view view model. So that is the difference between MVC and MVVM. In the further class, I will explain what are the differences between MVC and MVVM like that. Today, I am just giving the brief overview, what is what. Don't confuse about all these things. In the regular sessions, I will explain all these things in a detailed manner, and I will give theory, material, okay, and programs I will explain, okay. I will explain how to solve the real-time tasks, okay. So all these things I will show. Next, less. Less is meant for variables, mixins, operators, counter functions. So these features are not available in regular CSS. So these are added in less. So less is what? Advanced of CSS. Superset of CSS. All the CSS features are as it is available in less, but additionally we can use variables, mix-ins, operators which are missing in actual CSS. Those are fulfilled with the help of less. Next, jQuery mobile is meant for creating mobile web page user interface. For example, you take your smartphone. In the smartphone, you just open your browser and open your web page. Suppose you are opening www.facebook.com. See, automatically it go to m.facebook.com. M for mobile. So you can also try the same with the Google or Facebook or any other online shopping site like Flipkart, Snapdeal, anything. Most of the popular regular commercial websites maintaining two different versions. PC version is different, mobile version is different. To create the mobile web user interface, we require jQuery mobile. Because on the mobile, we require some different type of buttons and text boxes, check boxes. The look and feel should be different. And icons also required. The resolution is different. So to create the exclusive mobile user interface, we require jQuery mobile. At the same time, jQuery mobile is not meant for mobile apps. Mobile apps development is different. Android is different. iPhone apps development is different. jQuery mobile is only for mobile web user interface. On the mobile device, on a browser, you are opening a web page. So the browser-based web page user interface can be created with the help of jQuery mobile, but not the apps. And last but not least, jQuery UI or plugins means these are ready-made plugins. What is the meaning of plugins? For example, pop-up calendar. See, in many websites you will see pop-up calendar today. For example, I will go to redbus.in. I want to book a ticket. So I want to come. So Hyderabad, then Bangalore. I'm selecting something. So this is a date picker or pop-up calendar we call. To create this calendar manually, it will take a lot of time. So to instantly use it, to easily apply this particular pop-up calendar for the text box, we require jQuery UI plugins. So not only pop-up calendar, but also many like that, slideshows, carousels, autocomplete, dialog boxes, accordions. Like this, we have so many others. So ready-made plugins, ready-made widgets are called as jQuery UI. So we'll cover all these 16 concepts. So today, even though it may be a little bit confusing for you, I just try to explain the overview only. In the regular sessions, I will explain all these things. So that's all the demonstration today. So you have any queries from your side now? About that, I can just contact the DURGASOFT office. You have the phone number? Okay, you are asking about recording session. Yes, we will provide recording sessions also. I thought of you are asking for next class. About the next class when it will be started actually, you can contact the office. Maybe next week we'll start the sessions and we can contact that office. You don't have phone number? Okay. Yadav, are you there? Okay, you have any queries from your side? Okay. Practice means how will you do? Just suppose today I have explained some 2-3 programs. So you have to practice at your system. And if you have any doubts, you can ask me in the next class. Like that. I will give exercises, but first of all, uh, today what are the programs I told? The same programs you can try first. Then you can, if you ask me, I will give exercises. See, giving exercises daily may not be possible because it depends on topic. For example, today I have explained some CSS padding, border, some margin, opacity, this type of some properties I have explained. So what are the properties I explained, what are the programs I explained? Same you will practice first. That is the main thing. Yeah, so you can take that mobile number, that is Durgasoft office. Okay, please store it somewhere else. Okay, so thank you. We'll continue in the next class. Okay, bye. Yeah, Yadav, bye.